Most residents look at the calendar and see October as the start of fall, but for local governments, it's the start of a new fiscal year. See what that means for St. Lucie County next on Inside St. Lucie. Hello and welcome to this edition of Inside St. Lucie, SLCTV's monthly government affairs show. I'm your host, Eric Gill, Communications Director for St. Lucie County. Now on today's show, we're going to talk about the new fiscal year with my guest, St. Lucie County Commissioner and Vice Chair Larry Leet. But before we meet our guests, here's some upcoming events and announcements from the Board of County Commissioners. The Oxbow Eco Center is launching a new program for students and their guardians called Wild Together. This new series is geared toward families with children ages 8 to 13. Wild Together kicks off October 18th and will be held monthly at various county preserves. The topics will focus on outdoor environmental education from fishing to building shelters in the woods. The cost per person is $15. Registration is required and can be made online at oxboweco.com. Looking ahead, St. Lucie County offices, libraries, and attractions will be closed Tuesday, November 11th for Veterans Day. Additionally, county offices will be closed Thursday, November 27th and Friday, November 28th in observance of Thanksgiving. For the latest updates about all St. Lucie County Commission meetings, workshops, and events, be sure to visit our website at stlucieco.gov and click on our comprehensive calendar. And if you'd like to be added to our press release distribution list, send us an email at pio@stlucieco.gov. And we're also on all the social media channels at St. Lucie Gov, so we hope you'll follow us there. We're going to take a quick break. Before we do, we're going to check in with the latest economic development stats. St. Lucie County's tourism continues to show increases over a previous month, with July's collections coming in at nearly 20% higher than last year. So far, the fiscal year collections are up more than 16% from last year. Overall building activity decreased slightly by 3.5% in July, with 1,123 applications submitted compared to June. However, this was a 2.1% increase over last year. According to the Florida Realtors Association, the median home sale price in St. Lucie County was $299,553, a 10% decrease from a year ago, while condo values decreased by 5.2% with the median price at $282,500. St. Lucie County's unemployment rate remained the same, with July's rate at 4.7%. Statewide, the unemployment rate increased to 4.1%. The largest increase in the labor force on the Treasure Coast was in education and health services with 2,000 jobs, followed by transportation and utilities with 800 jobs, and government with 600 jobs. According to the Career Source in July, non-agricultural employment in our area increased by 3,800 jobs, or a 2.2% increase. If you work for a local business looking for skilled or trained labor, be sure to contact staff at CareerSource as they can assist your company with its recruitment and training needs. And if you're an individual looking for a job, they can help you as well. Visit CareerSource online at careersourcerc.com or call 1-866-4U-to-HIRE. Welcome to Inside St. Lucie. I'm your host, Eric Gill, joined by St. Lucie County Commissioner Larry Leet. Commissioner, thanks for coming on the show again today and switching. And we had the last minute switch here with some commissioner scheduling conflicts. We appreciate you stepping up a month early.
Not a problem at all. Enjoy this.
Yeah, and I appreciate we were going to catch up a little bit on the state of the county. We're in a new fiscal year here, budget year, and for the 6th year in a row, commissioners have lowered the millage rate. And I know I didn't mean to cut you off there. You said something, I don't remember if it was during the budget workshops or one of the informals. You talked about how we need to focus on the average tax rate. You know, the Florida Tax Watch shows a lot of people will say, well, we have the highest tax rate in the state, but what people pay is really below what the state average pays if you look at it. And whenever I try to tell people that on social media, they just say I'm making stuff up. But
And I too. So let me preempt all this like I do when I'm talking to the individual. I want lower taxes. Who doesn't? Republicans, that's what we live for. Lower government, less taxes, more freedom. So yes, I do want them. But on the same token, you do need to run the government. And we have been running quite lean, the government. Or our particular area, the St. Lucie County, is just now, after the 2008-2009 recession, back up to those employment numbers. And of course, our population is so much more. Our permits are so much greater than then, and we're just now back up to that employee level. So we have been running quite efficiently in it. And to your point too, the misinformation using a $300,000 home for the tax value, I see it on Facebook quite often. It is very misleading. You cannot take I'm going to use a 1,500 square foot home that sells for $300,000 in Port St. Lucie or Fort Pierce and find that same home in Indian River County or Martin County. Martin County, you're going to find that 1,500 square foot home, you're going to end up paying about $450 for it. And up in Indian River County, you're going to be close to $4, if not over $4.
Yeah.
So the taxes, even though the percentage or the millage rate is less, their taxes are actually more. And to your point, when you look at what we pay aggregate taxes versus the rest of the 67 counties, we are below the average.
Yeah.
I still want to get it lower though.
Sure, absolutely. We always strive. And I usually, when people say that, we have the highest tax rate, I go, well, you know who has the lowest tax rate in the state? Monroe County. But no one can afford to live because their values are so expensive. Like you said,
Yeah.
You know, a 1,500 square foot home,
Right.
You're going to pay a lot more in Key West or Key Largo than you would for that same home here in St. Lucie County.
It is going to be interesting to see if we are going to lose that number one spot. I hope we do, because we are, or this, if the folks haven't heard it, we are dropping the millage rate to 0.79 and some change. That's the first time it's been under 8. And if no one else drops theirs or adjusts theirs accordingly, we should drop out of third
And
place.
PSL lower their rates.
Yep, I've heard that.
And that's the other thing too, residents need to understand. When you look at your trim notice, there's 17 different taxes, the fire district, school board. You all don't control those rates, and you try to explain that to folks. And again, I like you brought up the employment. You know, we're at staffing levels now comparatively to 2009, but yet our population is an extra 150,000.
Exactly.
And I'll have people say, yeah, but technology makes things easier. It doesn't. You know, I know from public record standpoint, which we've streamlined that through a web point, we get 2,000 requests for public records in the last year. We weren't getting that in 2008.
Right.
You know, we have social media channels now that we're monitoring. We have, you know, websites, live streaming. You know, there's a lot more things that staff is doing that we didn't do in 2008. You know, so.
You know, the other thing I want to bring up on that, a good friend of mine lives in the Tradition area, and her taxes went up. And when I went and looked at her tax records online, I noticed that there was almost a $500 assessment. I don't exactly understand what it was for, but something in the Tradition area, I'm assuming with the CDD or what have you. And she didn't understand that. And she's been out there 15 years. And she said, hey, I just don't understand why we're paying for all this. I said, well, you know, everybody wants the developer to pay for the development. I said, and you know, if you look at Old Port St. Lucie on the other side of I-95 versus Tradition or St. Lucie West, I said, you all have really nice, pretty sidewalks and mediums, and manicured and lights.
Yep.
I said, you go to Old Port St. Lucie, we got swales, no sidewalks, no curbs.
You get what you pay
so,
for.
Yeah, you are paying for it, but and the development is paying for that cost. And unfortunately, I think that's going to be adjusted somewhere down the road, because I don't think they anticipated the amount of commercial that is going on out there. And basically, it's, you know, one of two places to shop in Port St. Lucie. So you're going to get the rest of Port St. Lucie out there.
Yeah. Now, how close are you finding? Because I know the state has talked a lot about, the governor and some state legislators, some of eliminating property taxes altogether. Some have talked about reform, and I think we could all agree reform needs to happen, because, you know, I can pay $2,000 a year in taxes and my neighbor can pay $8,000.
Right.
And yet we're both utilizing I actually might use the services more because I put 2 kids through school. So it's not really a fair system. Those of us who have been here for 20, 30 years paying taxes are rewarded with lower taxes. So, but the other thing is that you don't hear the talk from the state is, how are you going to replace that revenue stream, right? I mean, we still need to pay for 911 operators. We still need to pay for roads. So is it state income tax? Is it sales tax? You know?
You know, Toby Overdorf, our representative here locally, is the vice chair of the select committee that is trying to come up with these answers. He has reached out to everyone that is on his contact list looking for ideas. I followed some of it and heard several ideas. One I had heard of actually came from George, which was to stabilize the appraised value or assessed value of your homes for 3 or 5 years so that your taxes don't go up. Another comment we heard is, and this one was a big one going around, just about everybody thinks of it, is why don't we replace it with the sales tax? And eliminate that. That way everybody that buys something in St. Lucie County is participating for it. And the other thing there that I just found interesting that you don't think about, it was mentioned on a state scale. I think the state of Florida is roughly 23 million people.
Mm-hmm.
We have 43 million tourists per year. Imagine the tax revenue that they could offset our property taxes with, because they are down here.
Sure.
Now, would that run off the tourism, which we don't want to do because we are the #1 in the world? That's another record that I didn't realize Florida held. But bottom line is the other ideas that I had heard, and this one was actually one of the best ones, I think, from the surface, is taking the constitutional offices and putting them in with the state. We basically have no control on their budgets.
Yeah, so we fund the sheriff, but we don't dictate. He comes in and asks for X, and we can try to negotiate down, but
which we did this year.
Yeah,
and quite successfully, I might say.
Sure.
But that being said, is put them into the states and let us run, because what is our millage rate? It's the county's portion is like 8.79 now.
Yeah.
So your taxes would definitely go down dramatically. And the other control, I mean, the state's been running a surplus for a while. Even if we had to add 1% or 2% on the sales tax to have everybody participate into it, I can see how that could make it much more affordable.
And I like that. I like that idea, because I think residents may not realize how much county governments fund. Like you said, the 5 constitutionals. Tax collector, he gets a lot of fees, but we still maintain the buildings that we have over 1 million square feet of buildings that we pay for the AC and the maintenance and the roof and the cleaning and mowing. Exactly. And so, again, that falls on us, you guys to make that decision,
all of us.
Yeah, exactly, all of us who live here. And that's the other thing too. I think residents, when I see these comments, they don't realize commissioners live here too. Almost 87% of our staff live in this county, so we pay taxes too. We use the parks. Of course we care,
that's just it. You hear a lot of people, you don't care about us, and that's still, I will say, within the county, the staff here, everyone that I know lives here, works here, loves it here, wants to make it a better place, sees the problems that everybody else already has ideas, has solutions, and quite frankly, I think it works very well right now.
Yeah.
We are really, the county on itself is operating very efficiently. And I think we're doing a good job overall. We need to still help the municipalities, and I hope that we will be able to do so with Fort Pierce and the new police chief coming in. We, of course, have the new manager there, and my understanding, he's starting to make some changes that I see positive. Port St. Lucie, lowering the millage rate. I see them going in the right direction.
A lot of economic development growth down there too.
A lot of economic development growth. And speaking of that, had the opportunity to speak with someone in the last week about a possible data center coming in, and the employment, 300 to 400 people, way above normal wages or average wages coming in. And this particular person, they didn't tell me who it is, but is serious enough that they have spent $500,000 in a study to make sure that there's enough power for them. And that is something that you've got to be pretty serious to spend if you're not really looking at it.
Yeah.
And that would be a great opportunity. As the county, we are laser focused on trying to bring in those type of industries, which sort of leads into the impact fees. Just to let you know, we're still working on the impact fees. I've met with the Treasure Coast Builders Association. I'm hearing from the developers, especially from the commercial side, loud and clear. Let me make it perfectly clear. And I think I can't speak 100% for everybody else, but I've heard them up on the dais, and I think we all are in the same boat. One, we do not want to stop economic growth, period. We
Sure.
do not want to stop it.
Yeah.
Also, we do not want to stop the development of homes. You know, the thing that keeps our prices up here are the laws of supply and demand, and it's been in the short supply for a long time. So we do need more homes. That being said, and I agree with everybody out there, the development should pay for their own stuff. Going back to what we had done in the past, the impact fees came about renewing right at COVID. No one really knew what the economic impact was going to be, so they kept them the same back then. So we've been running a little bit behind the 8 ball now. They're we're out of COVID, and we are, according to our staff, roughly $45 million short in what we need to get the roads up to standards. And we'd blame that mostly on the lack of impact fees.
Yeah.
Now, surprisingly, everybody that has been in my office saying, please don't raise it that high, has also said, we understand that you need to raise it.
Sure.
So I am looking at studies on North counties, Indian River County and Martin County, just to see where we're at in comparison. And we will probably, my guess, is going to have an increase in them, but it will not stop our economic engine, and hopefully it won't stop our rooftops from being built either.
And that's a fine balance, I'm sure, because one way to, you hear a lot of residents, right, slow down growth, let's catch up. And then as we were talking before, the elimination of property taxes, I think, would only fuel more people to move here, right? Like, we'd be the first state in the nation to have property taxes. So now all of a sudden you got this influx of people moving here when you already have lacking infrastructure, and it would spur development, but impact fees would help generate revenue to widen those roads. And speaking of impact fees, we're using impact fees to redo a library in Port St. Lucie, the oldest library in Port St. Lucie, and you're on the Friends there, of the library.
Yes, I'm on the board of the Friends of the Library, and also on the committee to help with the project in all. They finally got the permit from Port St. Lucie for demolition. The plans are underway, and we're moving.
And it's probably, we've been telling people about a 2-year time frame, people that, why so long? But anytime you do a construction renovation project, you're always going to run into, we didn't know there was a pipe here, or something along those lines. It is an older building.
Very old.
It's going to expand the capacity there. And the other thing surprised me, I've seen people saying, well, why do we still need libraries? But you've seen the traffic at some of our, I think.
Until I got into this position, I would have been saying the same. Why do we need libraries? I never went to them. And then you start hearing about the number of people, and mostly children and families going there for basic needs, for computer skills, to get library books, and they do everything there. They teach you how to sew. They have so many classes, and the outreach is phenomenal. The Friends of the Library are really integrated with them and helping promote that. It's an amazing job what the library does.
I am a big supporter. My kids used to go to story time growing up, and like you said, I went and used the sewing machines within the last couple of years.
In the groundbreaking, something like 6,000 people go through that thing monthly.
Just that one branch.
Yeah, just the one branch. Yeah. And now we've got, through the LTPT and some of the Biden administrative things that they put out, we've got 150 computers going to be added to the library system to help with the children and internet access and the training for that. So it's a huge part of the community, and it helps, obviously, the people that don't have the ability to buy a laptop.
Like you said, I think they've really become more of community centers, right?
Yes.
Than just traditional, go check out a book, keep it down. They have, I know the PSL branch even has little recording studios. You can do podcasts. They even have guitars you can rent.
We need to figure out how to put that into the name, because it's basically becoming a community center.
Exactly. And I know even there are a couple branches, they've got some cool technology that we've even used where you can take old VHS tapes and convert them to digital file, because who still has a VCR laying around the house? We've got a couple in our office, but that's just because I've been here for 20-something years.
Most of your government offices still have that.
Yeah, sure. We still have the overhead projector, and fax machine. We finally got rid of the fax machine, but no, that was a great event, and I know those residents in that community will be, excited once that opens up in a couple of years. But and again, a lot of that infrastructure, you may hear people say, well, tax and spend, but it's impact fees that are paying for those renovations. So every new development that's been built in the last 10 years or so has been kicking in to help pay for those renovations. So.
And folks, if we can do what we want, keep the economic engine growing, and get in some higher paying jobs. And I think it's important for the public to understand our history. I've been here since 1983. I know people that their families, their grandfathers, great-grandfathers have been here. Most of them were in the citrus industry. But if you really look back at our county and see what we have went through since I moved here in the 80s, it was nothing but orange trees, smell of citrus. It was just absolutely beautiful. Canker came. Then greening came. And then the industry started shutting down. And little did I know that back then the county administrators and commissioners were going, what are we going to do for an economic engine? That was our economic engine here. And they came up with the idea of the EDC and trying to bring in logistics centers. And look at us now, 40 years later, here we are. We've got Costco's and we've got the
Cheney Brothers,
Amazon, all Amazons. And why? Because of our location and our highways. I mean, it wasn't, nothing, no great brain power. It's just we've got the intersection and we're basically the gateway to South Florida now. So the same thing's happening with the data centers that I was talking about. Why would they be looking at little old St. Lucie County? Well, one, we got a whole bunch of land here because the citrus people can't grow their citrus anymore, and the fact that we have the nuclear power plant. All of these data centers need to feed off of the main lines, and we have a nuclear power plant with the main line, trunk lines coming right through St. Lucie County. So again, we're in the ideal position for the data centers, and they pay above average wages. They are speaking with the colleges to get the classes so that we can start bringing people out of the citrus industry and out of the lower paying jobs and giving them a better living.
Yeah, and the college is another partner that really seemed to come, moving full speed ahead and expanding, whether it's, their nursing program or their skilled trades with the Eastman Center, which we recently had the State of the County event there. And I know Mr. Landry, got a standing ovation for that, too, actually, when they introduced him and when he wrapped up. So I think it's the first time I've seen a standing ovation for, must have been the lunch that day. Trista got a good lunch for everybody.
I will say George is doing a great job. And it's amazing, as a commissioner, he starts showing the slides and all the projects that we're doing. I don't know about these. I hear their names.
Sure.
I hear they're doing it, but you don't actually see the work that's going on unless you go out there. And there's just so many of them, but it's amazing to see what we have done in that arena and what we continue to do. Back over to the schools, kudos to the college, like you said, but, let's also talk about the local schools. Mr. Prince's philosophy is, when you graduate, you're either going to trade school or you're going to college. And I love that philosophy. They are implementing it. We are #1 in the Treasure Coast and most of the scoring. And I think number 12 in the state.
And graduation rates.
Bottom line is we have come a long way in our public.
Graduation rates are up to 95% or something like that, or 94,
And working well with the colleges, and the colleges is working well with the EDC to look for what trade schools we need here. And so we got the community really syncing together, and I am trying to help that. Something that I've been talking about with the other municipalities is creating a vision council. And in talks with the EDC, and they asked me, they said, well, come up with a mission statement for that, and what are you actually trying to accomplish with it? And one of the things that I think is really important is the communication. The 2 municipalities and the 3 actually, the county and the Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, we need to know what everybody's doing. We need to be able to take the Economic Development Council and have the vision that all 3 of us have and start laying out where we want. We are missing a couple of things within the county. We need culture and we need high-paying jobs. And I think between the three municipalities and the leadership that we have, I think we can really fine tune that vision and start making things happen.
And I know there's some joint meetings coming up again. In the past, that we've fallen out of those, whether it's been COVID or just changing leaderships at municipalities. But I know there has been a push to start getting back into doing those quarterly joint meetings with the municipalities. It's, Florida has a very tough sunshine law, so we need to do everything in the open and let the public know what we're doing. But they are scheduled.
Yeah, and it's I've been wanting to do it since I got elected 2 years ago. But if you start looking back, they had a new city manager going to Port St. Lucie.
We had a new county administrator. Yep. Fort Pierce
had new ones, so everybody's trying to get situated. But I will say, with everybody new, they all are communicating and working well together right now, and I just want to see that continue.
Yeah, and speaking of employees and new employees, we recently had our longtime county attorney retire after 40 years.
Yes.
I can't imagine. That's a long time to sit in that.
43 years.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah. Dan, if you're watching, we appreciate everything you've done.
He's not
but he's retired.
Exactly.
But he did a great job for the county for 43 years. Will be missed. Obviously, we're in the look for the new one. It's run into a couple of snags, but nothing that we can't overcome, and quite frankly, everything always works out for the best. So we will find a new one and a better one, and I was really hoping to just be the one pass through, but it did make it that way.
But yeah, I imagine. And the good thing is, interim county attorney Catherine Barbieri's been here for a while.
Yep.
She knows the system. She's steering the ship in the right direction.
Yes.
At least with me in public records. So
yeah,
she's
absolutely.
keeping me up.
Catherine's been here, Dan's right-hand man, and can actually do the job.
Yeah.
So she has filled in that spot and doing well and giving us the chance to breathe without having to jump up and down and scream and figure out what we're going to do.
Sure.
So
thank
you, Catherine.
Yes, thanks, Catherine. Because a lot of residents may not realize too, the county commissioners really only hire three positions: your executive aide, and then the county administrator and the county attorney.
Exactly.
So, and yeah, Dan, and just a little side note, I was telling you before the show, we got the tourism office has a booth up in New York a couple times a year where we go up and promote St. Lucie County. And this year we had Dan, we talked Dan into throwing out the ceremonial first pitch, which was kind of cool because he helped bring the Mets here.
Yep.
And he met some of their legal staff that he's talked to on the phone for 20-something years, but never met them in person. So
beautiful.
I think he enjoyed it.
Yes.
Yeah. And he paid for it out of his own dime. He flew himself up there, and
That's
him and his
Dan.
wife, and yeah, exactly. He tries to do everything above board.
That's one of the problems we're having with the attorney. Dan never really gave himself the raises that and if you look at our surrounding counties and what they're paying, and we didn't want to go much above that, and we're finding out that we're going to have to.
Yeah, well, and the board just a year or two ago did that with all employees. They did a evergreen study. They looked at all the positions and found some were behind. Because there was during those lean years, there was 7 or 8 years where employees didn't get any raises.
Exactly.
And so with the compression, right? New people come in and at whatever the new market value is, and so
unfortunately, it's like everything else gone up.
Yes.
And that's what we need to do with St. Lucie County residents. We need to bring their wages up too.
Yeah.
So,
well, Commissioners, anything else that we didn't get to mention? I know, like I said, we're getting into October here. There's a lot of fun events going on. And at the Fenn Center's got a big Halloween event, and the Science Festival's coming up. There's a lot going on.
Oktoberfest, and we're going to have all the holiday festivals coming around. So yes, it's going to be a good year, good season, and see a lot of great things on the forefront of our counties, and looking forward to all the challenges and overcoming them.
Well, Commissioner, I appreciate you taking the time out.
Thank you.
Switching your schedule around to go up a month early.
Not a problem, anytime. Thank you very much.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. Before we do, we're going to check in with another Public Works project.
St. Lucie County continues to make cleaner rivers a priority. From new stormwater treatment areas to retrofitting older neighborhoods, the Water Quality Division has a number of important projects underway. Projects like the Melville Road Stormwater Treatment Area or the Ancient Oaks Preserve Wet Pond, which catch and treat stormwater runoff. In the River Park area, 8 baffle boxes are being installed. As stormwater flows through each box, debris and sediments settle into different compartments, thus keeping them out of the St. Lucie River. Harmony Heights is getting new stormwater ponds and updated swale systems to improve the community's drainage. These projects and more began taking shape with help from the 2018 voter-approved half-cent infrastructure sales tax. The county was able to accelerate plans thanks to federal funding from the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. Learn more at stlucieco.gov.
We hope you've enjoyed this edition of Inside St. Lucie, and we hope you'll tune in again next month. If you have topics or subjects you'd like to see covered here on the program relating to St. Lucie County government, give us a call at 772-462-1791 or send us an email at pio@stlucieco.gov. We're also on YouTube, so you can catch this and other SLC TV programs at youtube.com/stluciegov. For myself and the staff, I'm Eric Gill. Thanks for watching.